What's up, guys? I'm here with my PDD Week 2 match versus ShadowStitch and his Charlotte Chandeliers. Make sure you check them out in the description down below. And also check out all the other coaches in the description. So we are going to get Sand, which is one of my favorite ways to play. And I did not draft Sand, so fake Sand fan. But we're bringing a Shukaberry Iron Hands for that god-awful Excadrill. Because it's not god-awful, but it is horrible because I have to deal with it this matchup. And then also, we have Heavy Duty Boots, Whimsicott, Boots, Vaporeon. We have a Specs, Lottie, Lefty Scarm with Body Press, Iron Defense, all that good shit. And then we have Wincon, Terra Mimikyu, Terra Ghost. This is the way to win, boys and girls. This Terra Mimikyu can actually go, and I am sub Swords Dance, Shadow Sneak, and oh my god, Terra Blast. Sorry, I have brain fart. John helped me a lot with this, so shout out to John, and then also shout out to Killua. Killua also gave me some really good ideas. I'm just going to go ahead and lead off with my Latios. I can flip turn pretty easily. Since there is a Gardevoir, I cannot just drop a Draco to start out the game. But yeah, good luck, have fun, to ShadowStitch, and if you guys haven't already, please hit that subscribe button if you haven't. I'm at like 605, 606, I think, at the time of this recording, so it would mean the world to me if you guys would hit that sub button. But let's get this W, guys. We had an amazing week 1 where we got a 5-0, and we got all 6 kills with our Vaporeon. Cut this out in the video, Owen. Yeah, I can't breathe. I'm about to hit this fucking inhaler. So we see a T-Tar lead, not the best for us. Glad Pursuit does not exist, right? Question mark? No. So we're gonna go ahead and just flip turn out here. I mean, if he's not, he could literally just be Assault Vest in this matchup. We're just gonna go ahead though and click flip turn. We really don't lose anything. We flip turn, see how much damage we do. That looks like not very HP invested. That's hard to tell. That's hard to tell. I can go really easily into my Skarmory. If he decides to go into Salazzle, excuse me. I can also go Vaporeon. That might put me in a better spot because then Salazzle cannot switch in on me because it is his Terra Captain with Flying Fire and Grass. So it's probably Terra Grass in this matchup. I'm thinking I can go into my. I'm gonna go into my Vape. I'm gonna go into my Vaporeon here, because they're probably gonna get rocks up, and if they do, this is the freest flip turn. So we're gonna go ahead and go into our Vaporeon. If he decides to start setting up, then at that point, we click Scald. We see a knockoff. So we're gonna knock off our lefties. That's gonna takes down to 324. 324. So we did 30% with knock. I forgot T-Tar got knockoff. Me and John were just talking about that actually. So no, I did not forget. But I forgot in this instance because I'm bad at the game sometimes. Knockoff. He's not max attack. He might not be any attack. Huh. I think we can just click a free flip turn here. Flip turn ski. I'm fine with doing that. We could see a switch. We do see a switch. If this is Vaporeon or Zapdos, it is Superior. Okay, cool. So we're gonna get this off on the Superior, which is nice. And we can just go into Skarmory at this point. So we shouldn't want Skarmory in the first place, but I really did not want that stupid guy, Salazzle, coming in. Either way, Salazzle is now going to take a Drill Peck, so I can also go Iron Hands, but Iron Hands is needed for Excadrill with Shuka. I could go Whimsicott. Skarmory's the best option for me here. We're going to go Skarmory. We also need to check Sand turns and see if he is good old, whatever it's called. Not soft sand. I can't remember what it's called, to be honest. Let's go ahead and get knockoff. He's lefty Superior. Okay, cool. So I think I'm just gonna click Drill Peck. I could also I'm just gonna click Drill Peck and get some damage off. I'm not. If we see a Zapdos switch, that's probably what they went into. Why did I Drill Peck there? That was a bad play. I definitely could have doubled into my. They click Leaf Seed. Okay, so this does a good bit depending on their set. I didn't bring Brave Bird because for the simple fact that did a lot more. Okay, cool. I'm gonna switch out here. Just for the simple fact that they could go into their Zapdos now. Are they weakness policy? What was another leftover? Sorry, I just get scared. I forget. I need to write this down. Let me write this down. Hold on. Hold up. Pause. Photo shoot. Why is it not? Okay, whatever. Whatever. We are going to probably go hard into our... He's gonna go Zapdos here, like 100%, because he probably should have went Zapdos anyways. I don't have a very good switch into Zapdos. Serperior can't really hit my Lottie anyways that hard. I'm gonna go into my Zap, and at that point, they do switch out. Okay, cool. We're gonna put on a lot of pressure on the Zapdos. Yeah, cool. We get the Zapdos play right. Draco, if they're max HP, it still has a chance to kill. If they go hard into Gardevoir, on that, what do I do is the question, because I really want to drop a Draco here, because they don't, I mean, I can try to call that and click Shadow Ball, but is that worth it? Is that worth it is the question. Shadow Ball does 40 to 48 to a max HP Zapdos. I really think an offensive Zapdos comes this week. We could just see T-Tar come back in. I'm thinking I could click Flip Turn, but I'm going to drop a Draco. If Gardevoir comes in, that's where things get tricky. At that point, I go into my Scarm, I guess. But Scarm is needed very badly for that Serperior. I could also go Vape, because Vape is not the best. If he's Calm Mind, I have my Mimikyu to always Revenge. I think I'm okay. I'm okay. Let's see what happens. Okay, they click Volt Switch. Ah, so they're Scarf. No, no, they are not Scarf. John's going to yell at me for this. He's a max speed variant. I did not speed creep max speed Zapdos. John is screaming right now, probably. There's the Gardevoir, so I get red, which is fine, because if they're Scarf, it didn't matter. But yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and probably go Scarm, or Vape. If they start Calm Mining, that's okay. They're gonna take that Sandstorm damage is nice for me. Let me make sure it's okay if he starts Calm Mining. Does this Pokemon get Iron Defense or Acid Armor? It does not. What moves does it get to hit? It's Thunderbolt for Skarmory. I think it's, I mean, they could definitely call my switch. Skarmory is very much so needed. I'm going to go into my Vaporeon, because I still have a way to deal with the T-Tar with my Skarm. Skarm is going to be doing overtime for me. It's going to be doing overtime for me. We could see if a double comes out here. If they go Serp and they call my Vaporeon, I'm in a really, really tough spot. Really tough spot, not gonna lie. So we're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to see. I should have Shadow Balled there. They click Moonblast, so let's see how much damage it does. That looks like very offensive. They're gonna take a lot of turns of Sandstorm, which is fine by me. That chip is nice. I will take that. But we are gonna be sacking this Pokemon. I took 40%. So Moonblast. Oh, that is Choice Specs. Out the ass, right? That is Choice Specs out the ass, right? Moonblast? Yeah, yeah. Not. Maybe not. Maybe it's like Pixie Plate. I don't know. We're gonna find out though. I'm just gonna click Flip Turn just in case. But also click Wish. I'm thinking Flip Turn's the better play though. Just in case they give me this Pokemon. But bye-bye Vaporeon. Wrong hand, sorry. You did your job. Not really, you did nothing. Vape is going to die. Look at me editing the layout. Look at me editing the layout. So at this point, I don't want to go into my fucking guy Mimikyu, right? Don't want to do that. Because, I mean, I could do it. He didn't bring Melodic, by the way, which is what this set was for. And T-Tar's still alive. So, does my Latios outspeeds this thing? I don't think he's Choice Scarf, guys. He's not Choice Scarf, right? Do I risk that? Don't risk that. I can go... I think I can go into this. I think I can go into Skarmory and click Drill Peck pretty freely. Because if you go Salazzle, then at that point, I go Matherin, my Lottie. I don't want to risk Scarf, so we're going to go ahead and go into this. We're going to go Skarm. Chicken Skarm, the boy, Skarmory. And we're going to click Drill Peck. We could also click Roost, but I don't really think what, like, I really don't think he does anything to me. Drill Peck does 36 to 43, so I can Roost off damage eventually. So yeah, we're just going to go ahead and click Drill Peck, because if he goes, I mean, he could also just go into his Zapdos, so I think I might make the read. Let's think here. I'm in a bad spot. Also, can we see how many turns? So he is the one item. You know what I'm talking about. If he goes hard Zapdos, what do I do? I'm in a tough spot. Matherin does not outspeed, so I'm thinking I'm still going to Drill Peck here. No, I think I'm going to go into Whimsicott. I don't know what I'm doing right now. He's going to go Zapdos. I'm clicking Drill Peck. If he goes Zapdos at that point, we can go hard Whimsicott. This is going to be a Zapdos. I'm out here yapping. I just don't want... Yeah, it is Zapdos. Oh, man, I really should have went hard Lottie. I'm stressing at this point. I could have went Latios. This is going to do nothing. No static. I guess it's static. That's my fault. I cannot be mad. I made a bad play. That was a horrible play on my fault. And he's Rocky Helmet. So, he is not an offensive variant. That's better for me. Kind of. He has a lot of speed, though. So, maybe he's just Rocky, and he is. He's probably going to click Volt Switch here. It is very free. If he clicks Volt Switch and I go into my Whimsicott, he goes Salazzle. And then at that point, I go into my... don't have a switch in. I could go into my Turner Depoy. Almost said Opoy. But then he goes Guard. Skarmory is needed to keep alive. So I think at this point, my best bet, I might go hard Latios. If I go hard Latios, what does he go into? Serp? Maybe? I don't know. I'm going to go hard Latios. I don't see the point. I mean, if you bring U-Turn, it's just for Latios. But I don't have a ground type on this team other than I could have been Terra Ground Mimikyu. So let's see what he decides to go for. Volt Switch. So it is Volt Switch. This is going to do nothing. Not a hot start for us, guys. Not a hot start. Not a hot start. Blah, blah, blah. I can't talk. If we see Guard come out... I should have went this on... okay. We see Guard come out, then it screams Scarf, obviously. I'm hoping... If it's Salazzle... I mean, it's Gardevoir. Okay. I don't know if this is Scarf, guys. I mean, his Moonblast did... Like... It did 40% to my Vape. That's a max roll on... Scarf. So I can't risk it. I really can't risk it. I'm gonna go hard Skarmory. And then at that point... Let me see how much Whimsicott takes. That's what we're gonna check. That's what we're gonna check first. Whimsy takes a whole lot of damage. We're gonna go hard Skarmory. If he clicks Thunderbolt, then he kills me at that point, and then I can go into my hands and put on a lot of pressure. We're gonna go into Skarmory. Oh, man, I'm on the back foot so bad. So bad. What killed Vaporeon? Was it Gardevoir? Yeah. Kills. Great. Let's see what he decides to go for. This Pokemon needs... I mean, he clicks Moonblast. Okay, cool. So at this point, I should probably click Roost. I could also double calling the Zapdos coming in. But I don't deal with Zapdos very well, other than the fact I can go Lottie. But this Pokemon needs to be gone for me to click Dracos. All mindset would have been... I mean, he's Scarf anyways, so it doesn't really matter. I can click Roost because I need to keep my health. And then he's just going to click Volt Switch again. It's just going to be a cycle. So I think I'm still going to click Roost because I need health. So I can keep on switching into these Moonblasts. I'm going to click Roost. If I get paralyzed, then that's a waste of turn. And that sucks. But I do need to keep my health. I could also double out on the Zapdos and go into... I can't really do anything yet until this Gardevoir goes away. He's going to Moonblast again. So, can we please not get paralyzed? Please? Please, get the special attack drop, whatever. I get a Roost off. Okay, cool. Cool. We make the right play. We're going to get some lefties off. And Drill Pick damage would have been nice, but obviously I need to Squirm around. So, he can go back into his Zapdos if he wants at this point. I think I'm still going to click Roost and get back up to full. I can also double now, but at this point, I don't... It looks like he's trying to play for a Serp in-game or something. Also, just Sand in-game, because, I mean, if this Pokemon's gone, then Sand can just go in. I'm going to click Roost again. Yeah. He just clicks Moonblast. So we're gonna get back up to full if we don't get paralyzed. We get paralyzed, then that sucks, and we get paralyzed. Okay. We lose, I think, at this point. I'm not gonna lie. I know that sounds kind of... That's okay, though. That's okay. I played poorly anyways. I'm not gonna lie. We might lose at this point. Mimikyu in the back is still good. This Pokemon just needs to die. I just need to kill this Pokemon. I guess I should have went for damage. At this point, do I lose to Serp or Sand? I mean, I still have Shook on Iron Hands. Okay. Serp is where it gets tricky. Serp is where it gets tricky. I think I'm okay with letting this go down because I think it's... at this point, I don't have a switch in regardless. And I don't... If I click Roost, it's just going to be an endless cycle and I'm risking paras. So we're going to click Drill Peck and try to get some damage off. I believe we're going to do. Yeah. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. He switches now. He's in my head. He's in my head rent-free. He's in my head rent-free. We're going to do no damage. We're going to do no damage. I just don't know. I mean, like, that switch then, I think it would have made sense. It doesn't matter. I get paralyzed. It would have made sense the two turns prior, but I mean, he still got the play right. I would have been at full health. I would have got the Roost off anyways back, or before. I'm going to go Whimsicott now on the Volt Switch. He then goes into what? Salazzle? And then at that point, pick your sack. I don't have a way to kill it. Not a good look for us. Not a good look for us at all. Letting Scarm go down might be the best play at this point. He clicks Volt Switch here every time. Every time, right? So I go Whimsicott, he goes Salazzle. What do I go into then? Latios, but then he can, if he's a Toxic set. At that point, I stay in with... No, I have to sack here because Whimsicott is too... I could go into my whatever, but at this point, I'm just going to hope he clicks U-turn for some reason. Yeah, might be a misplay, but I really don't know what else to do at this point. That para sucked. I'm not saying it cost me the game, but I don't know if I can win at this point. It's looking pretty rough. Let's see what he decides to go. See what he decides to go in. ShadowStitch is playing very, very good. Very, very good, and I'm playing very, very bad. But sometimes you have bad games. Sometimes your opponent plays well. So, he goes T-Tar now. I just go hands. If he pops my Shookaberry, then how do I beat Excadrill is the question. Mimikyu still has I still have my disguise on Mimikyu. Let's see. If I go to +2, has a chance to kill. I'm okay with doing this. I can also go into Whimsicott and click Sunny Day. That might be the better option. But if I do that, what does he go into? Salazzle? So, yeah. I mean, if he goes Salazzle on this, then that's fine. I can Wild Charge it the next turn. Or, yeah. I'm going to go into this. I'm okay with this, I think. Big Hands is coming in. I'm an Iron Hands believer. Turner Depoy, come on. Come on, my boy. If he goes Gardevoir... Gardevoir takes no damage. I think I have to make the play here and click Wild Charge. Maybe. Do I need to make that play to get back in this game? Do I need to make that play to get back in this game? I think so. I think so. If he clicks Earthquake here, right? He does. If he's not, I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay. We are going to click Wild Charge, trying to gain some initiative. If he goes into Zapdos, that's going to take actually some pretty decent damage depending on its spread. I could also click Ice Punch. I'm going to click Wild Charge though. He does switch out. I'm hoping this is Gardevoir. It's Serperior. That Serp did not take a Drain Punch very well. Huh. A little perplexed by that one, but it's not a bad play. It worked out. Worked out for him. I'm just gonna click Drain Punch, I think. Because he does 35 to 42, so that puts me at what? If I'm at 401 right now, so 89%, he does that much, 35 to 42. So you see me do some quick math. 79, 69, nice. 59. 49. Sorry. And then I gain, so I'll be at 50-ish. Do I live in Excadrill? He's banded. I don't after Shuka, I believe. No, I do. I do. I'm okay. I'm clicking Drain Punch here. I'm clicking Drain Punch. You click Leaf Storm. Okay. I'm at 271. So he's not special attack investment. This might not kill then. Okay, it did. Whew. So, we're going to kill Serperior. We finally get a kill, guys! We get a kill. Let's go. Let's go. We finally get a kill. Big Iron Hands getting the first KO of the season for us. Let's go. Now we're going to see the Gardevoir come out and click a button. That's what's going to happen. At that point... let's think. Let's think here. So, we go Whimsy, because Whimsicott has the least bit of use. Whimsicott could be nice to get Sunny Day up, but I'm thinking Mimikyu still has the ability to win this game. So I think what I'm going to do is go hard into Whimsicott. See if I can't... Yeah, we're going to go hard Whimsicott. I think that's the best option. Because Lottie, I mean, Lottie, does Lottie have much use? Lottie might be the sack. Whimsicott doesn't, no, Lottie can still do damage. But it gets outsped by 3. This is tough. This is a ground, I'm going Whimsicott, Lottie puts on a little more offensive pressure, so that is what we're going to do. What did Serp... Killed by Iron Hands. So he's going to get Prankster, which doesn't matter in this instance. And we're going to see if we live for some reason. I think we do live. He gets a crit, so I don't even get to try to click. If he's Scarf, then it mattered. If he's Specs, I don't think it mattered, but he has to be Scarf at this point, I think. I have to go Mimikyu now. It's the only way I win this game. What just died? Whimsicott. But, kills Vape and Whimsy. But yeah, that crit, I mean, I could have clicked Sunny Day. I don't know how much that really mattered. I would have clicked Sunny Day there, but it would have forced him to maybe go T-Tar at some point. I think I have to click Swords Dance here. Yeah, I have to Swords Dance here, I think. Sub on the switch into Zapdos doesn't matter because he outspeeds. Yeah, we're gonna Swords Dance. I'm gonna go ahead and Terra, just for shits and giggles. Let's think. It doesn't matter, there's a T-Tar still alive. I don't ever kill T-Tar. He could just go T-Tar here. Let's see. Tyranitar. We're just gonna Swords Dance on this, I think. We're gonna sneak. Okay, so Swords Dance was the play. I don't know why I clicked sneak. This is Zapdos. It is. I'm so bad at this game. If I Swords Dance there, I was in a way better spot. But that's the game you play, guys. If he clicks Volt Switch, he doesn't. There's a chance he could Volt Switch or Discharge on my sub. He doesn't know I'm sub. And he could Volt Switch. Sneak was the worst play. If he gets a static here, there's no shot at that point. That does nothing. I'm gonna take Rocky Helmet. 2 statics. That's fine. I made a bad play, but like static still sucks. I'm making bad plays, guys. I'm making bad plays, but like I guess you make bad plays, you get punished. But I Swords Dance there, and I click Terra Blast, and has a chance to kill this thing. That was the play, 100%. I panicked. Because I thought he could maybe stay in because he always had a T-Tar, but he could then he doesn't know I don't have Play Rough. I should have Swords Dance there. That was a really bad play on me. At this point though, how do I salvage this? I Swords Dance now, but it doesn't matter. At this point, he could Roost. I could click Terra Blast. Does Terra Blast into Sneak kill? No. I think what I have to do, I am a very bulky variant. I can Swords Dance and live and be fine. If I get parried though, then there's no shot. I'm gonna click Swords Dance though here now. It clicks Thunderbolt. Man, I'm playing really bad. Depending on his spread, if I get, man, why didn't I Swords Dance? He doesn't know I don't have to play rough. That's what I had to bank off of, because he doesn't know I have to play rough. At this point, we have to hope we don't get parried. We could also sneak now. Let's see. No Melodic is crazy. I really thought Melodic would have came against me. That's why I brought this set, but it's hindsight's 2020. You knew. We're just gonna click Terra Blast though. At this point, that's the only way to try to get more KOs. He clicks Volt Switch now. If I get paralyzed, I'm hoping he sacks Gardevoir for some reason. If he goes Tyranitar, then good on him. I mean, I could definitely just play rough here. He goes out Salazzle. Please, for the love of God, don't get paralyzed. Don't get paralyzed. Please, please. Okay, we get Terra Blast off. This thing should drop. This thing should drop. This thing should drop, right? It drops. Okay, cool. So now he's gonna go back into the Zapdos, probably. What just died? Salazzle. We're getting some diff. We're getting some diff. Terra Mimi getting a KO. If I Swords Dance the first time, that would have been a totally different story. It's okay though. It's okay. I think I get damage off on this. I think I go for damage. Dies to Mimi. I'm thinking I go for damage and I can click Sneak. Let's think here. Let's think here. He doesn't kill me with any one hit, I don't think. Right. Yeah, he doesn't kill me with any one hit, because I'm at 138. He could just click Volt Switch here and go into his T-Tar, and that's fine at that point. I can't really do anything. Damage is nice. I'm clicking Terra Blast. I don't know how I beat the... I don't beat the Gardevoir. I'll let this go down. So maybe I go Lottie on this. On the Volt Switch. I think that's the move. I'm gonna go... I'm gonna click Terra Blast. No, I have to go Lottie. I have to go Lottie. I'm going Latios. Because I need Sneak for the Gardevoir. Because I do not win. I do not win. He doesn't know I'm Shuka on the thing. I do not win if I don't get the Sneak off on the Gardevoir. Yeah, I don't win if I don't. So click Thunderbolt. We should be okay. No Paras? Okay. At this point, I click Flip Turn. I should have Flip Turn earlier on the Draco that I clicked. I know I got more damage off on that guard. I have to click Flip Turn now, though. I could also click Shadow Ball. He could stay in here, but if he stays in and I click Flip Turn and I get the fucking whatever it's called, the static, that's going to be very unfortunate. But I think I Flip Turn. I can Shadow Ball, but then T-Tar just comes in always, and T-Tar is like super healthy, if not a full. So I'm going to click Flip Turn. He clicks Volt Switch. Okay, we get the play right. This isn't going to kill us. We're at 75. I was at 118. And then that's 38%, and I'm at 24. So we did like 13-ish. 13-ish, maybe. Let's go. We get the play right. Okay. And, oh yeah, we needed more damage on this thing. We're going to get this Flip Turn off. And then I think we go... I mean, we just go hands. We have to go hands. And at that point, I think I'm clicking Drain Punch because... he could just go for damage at that point because I am pretty low. So I think I am going to click Drain Punch here. If he goes into his Zapdos, Hurricane doesn't do that much. But we're going to click Drain Punch here. If he goes Gardevoir, we sack Lottie. We go Mimikyu, we still lose, right? I don't do... Oh, man. Does Gardevoir kill me in one? Yeah, it does. Excuse me. I don't want to make the Wild Charge play. He could just go hard Zapdos, try to get a Roost off too. But at this point, I don't think he needs this Pokemon. I'm gonna take a drink. We're gonna chill for a second. If I click Ice Punch on the Zapdos die. It is in range. He has enough turns of sand to last me out, I think. I think he gives me this Pokemon. Genuinely. I'm clicking Drain Punch. If he goes Zapdos or Guard, that's fine. He switches out. Oh my god, I'm getting it like I'm getting a couple plays right. I'm just getting a couple wrong. Man, that sucks. That sucks. If we get static, oh, can we get static? We're electric type. That did a lot more than I expected. We're gonna take Rocky Helmet and Sandstorm, so I almost clicked Ice Punch there, but excuse me, it's okay. Man, he probably clicks Roost here, so if he clicks Roost on my Ice Punch, I do no damage. I do no damage. I have to go hard into my. I don't think there's any getting out of this now. My hands is too low. My hands is too low. I needed to make a play there. I needed to click Ice Punch. Let's think. Let's think this through. If he Roosts here, moves his Flying type. I mean, he's in range of a Drain Punch anyways, I think. So I'm gonna click Drain Punch. I'm gonna click Drain Punch. Yeah. Okay, he hits a Hurricane, so that's gonna do enough to. I'm gonna lose this game. Yeah, I lose the match. He didn't even die. Oh god, I'm so bad. I thought he was in range. I calced. There's a calculator for that, and I calced. That looked like he'd be in range. Oh. Well, he dies to Sandstorm, so it's okay. Sorry, got a little delirious there. Dies to Sandstorm while Hands is on field, and then Hands died. So I lose this match, but I made it a little bit closer. If I would have clicked Ice Punch on the Switch, it would have been a little bit closer of a match, I think. I think actually I had a chance to win, depending on if I got paralyzed on a Shadow Sneak on the Guard. It would have been very, very close, I think. But I misplayed hella a lot in that game. So he goes Gardevoir or T-Tar. Could just go Excadrill at this point. That's what he goes. He has a full Excadrill. Excadrill beats me. The Mon that I love so much is going to clean up. It's going to clean up the match against me. I had the opportunity to take that Pokemon, and I didn't. I took Latios instead. Because Latios is arguably better. We just click Shadow Sneak. Try to get off as much damage as possible. And we do. We get the Shadow Sneak off. Excuse me. We'll see how much damage I do. Nothing. I'm not a very offensive Mimikyu anyways. I really needed to rely on getting those SDs off. So me not clicking Swords Dance really was bad on that earlier Zapdos play. But you know, you live and you learn. So yeah, let's see if I can learn from this. We lost. That's okay. We are now going to be 1-1 +2. Yes. We can lock. I don't know. We can. Is Sand gone or am I tripping? There's only one more turn. I don't know if it matters what I lock for some reason if he misplays. Let's see. Let's see if I can. We just locked Shadow Ball just in case, I guess. But I don't even think I killed this Pokemon. So he has Rock Blast. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool bring. Or what is that for? Subsets, I guess. Subsets. But yeah, GG's 2 ShadowStitch. You played very, very well. I did not play my best, but that's okay. We will bounce back for week 3. Like I said at the beginning of the video, if you guys haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. Sorry. I am on the road to now 700. I just hit 600 recently. So yeah, it would mean the world to me. But yeah, that's me for this video, guys, and I'll catch you guys later.